filmed this one a while ago, so excuse me for the quality of the video because I had filmed it with my phone, which kind of sucks. But anyway, so the first piece of clothing I worked on was this white shirt. I wanted to change two things on it. First of all, it was the neckband because the fabric was way too loose there and it was a bit inconvenient, so I just put some pins on the point that I want to sew later, and also I want to make the sleeves short, so I just marked the approximate point where I want to cut them. After that, I took it off and did some measurements as far as the sleeves. I didn't make them too short, but unfortunately I don't remember exactly how many centimeters I made it. I only remember that I made sure that the hem would be 3 centimeters. So I did my measurements here on both sleeves. I made sure that they were marked and pinned on the same exact spot. And then I just cut them. Moving on, I worked on the neckband first because it was the easiest part. I just sewed it with my hands. It came out pretty well, but maybe I should have sewed it a little bit more, if you know what I mean, but in the end it was okay, so I'm not complaining about that. After that, I started working on the sleeves. I turned the shirt inside out and I folded the end of the sleeve so I can create the hem. I did some more measurements and I put pins on the spot. And then I just sewed both sleeves. First of all, I was so focused on doing this that I didn't realize that the sun had set completely, so the lighting is bad on those clips. And also, it was my first time making a hem on a shirt, so I had to redo them later. I'm mentioning this just in case you want to do it at home, either with a sewing machine if you have one, or by hand. I've done it by hand before, it's just that it takes way longer and it's better if you draw some lines, maybe with a chalk, on the fabric so that you know that you're going on a straight line, it doesn't go like this. But there's a high chance that if you're doing this for the first time, you will have to redo it. So don't get discouraged, it's fine, it happens to everyone. I even had to redo some sleeves on some other clothes that I've done the same thing, like the dress I made on my other video. I'll have the link down below so you can check it out, so you can check out that one as well if you want. The final result was pretty good. I'm actually in love with this shirt now. I wear this all the time, especially now that I came back to Greece and it's so hot. The specific one is made of a very light fabric and it just feels like I'm getting some air. So it was a good decision to make it a short sleeve shirt. The next thing I worked on was a vintage cardigan. It has this beautiful baby blue color, but the thing is that it had only 3 buttons at the top. I wanted it to have buttons on its full length. I just put it on the carpet. I measured exactly how many centimeters each button of the top 3 were apart, and then I just measured it all the way down. I took off the pre-existing buttons because I want them to be all the same, and I didn't have the buttons the cardigan had, so I just replaced them with some light white ones, and I sewed all the buttons on the spot I had marked. And then I cut open the holes. If you want to, just for extra security, you can sew the holes all around. That would make the button more stable when you put it in the hole. And making holes is a bit tricky because you have to be careful not to cut it too open, otherwise it will just be too loose and the button will not go inside. The next thing I worked on was this white floral dress. This dress has been problematic since day one, but I love it. The issue here was the waistline. It has a rubber band, but the thing is that it's way too loose for me, so I didn't have any other way to gather the fabric at the back, so I just took a hairband and I just folded it. Then the process was a bit tricky and difficult because I tried to sew it on with my sewing machine, but it didn't work. It almost broke my needle because there were many layers of fabric on top of each other, so I just had to sew it by hand. I'm not gonna lie, it took way too long. But in the end, I liked the result, and here it is with the blue cardigan as well. The last thing I worked on was this pink floral summer dress. I really like it, but it was a bit too long. So it was an easy process. I just pinned the point where I approximately wanted to cut the dress, and then I took it off. I flipped it inside out, and I put more pins all along. Also, I made sure to not pin the front and the back side of the dress on the same length. Your back side needs to be a little bit longer because you have your bump, so that creates, you know, an obstacle there. So you have to have this in mind if you want to do this at home, that you need to leave extra fabric at the back so that there's no accidents, no flashing, and you will definitely feel more comfortable. Then I tried it on to just make sure that it was the exact length that I want to cut it. The process after that was pretty easy. I just flipped it inside out again, and I just sewed it all along the lines, and it came out pretty good. And that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you did, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!